Driving through the graveyard with a suitcase full of sparks. Honey, I'm just trying to find my way to you. Lit up every campfire found out in the dark. So I cut down all the cottonwood. I picked up all the arrowheads, all buffalo trails, the Indians, the Oklahoma sky was shining blue. On the tracks with the runaway, he just talks and talks and talks. Yeah, I'm just trying to find my way to you. And I quit counting stars at night in the cold by the satellite feed. Yeah, and I quit panning gold, digging holes. Yeah, I'm just trying to find my way. I swam across the Poncha, took a train to Catalina. Opened up my guitar case, yeah, all the songs were blue. Haunted all the alleys, Lord, I drifted down the valley. Yeah, I'm just trying to find my way to you. I quit casting hoods on the California coast we held so deep. Yeah, and I quit flashing smiles and running wild. Yeah, I'm just trying to find my way to you. To the ocean, she never wrote me back. All the countless days along the sea of blue. Learned the language of the mockingbird. She took and twisted all my words. Yeah, I'm just trying to find my way to you. And I'll meet you in the graveyard, in the winter tree and stars. Oh, we could open up that suitcase full of stars.
want to share with you the feeling of the firm earth below our feet. The delicious scent of the crisp mountain air, the beautiful blue sky, the lapping waves of the sparkling lake, and the sun glistening through the trees. It's this sense of timelessness, of peace and joy that they want to share with you on this, their wedding day. So on behalf of our couple, I welcome you to this glorious day and this beautiful Lake George Club. As we take in the peace and beauty that surrounds us, let us pause for a moment to each reflect in our own way on the great gift that love is in our lives and bestow upon them our best wishes and the personal blessings that are the true gifts our hearts have come to give this day. Let us include in our thoughts all those who could not be here with us today. We feel their presence and we hear their voices in the whispering winds. Though they're gone from us, they continue to live in our hearts. Love is a miraculous event, and a wedding is a celebration of that magic, and that's what we will do today. Today we celebrate the great true love of Jacqueline and Brian, who are so perfectly suited to one another that it is a pure delight for all of us to see how happy two people can be. When we think about love, we sometimes talk about two people who deserve one another. And not only do Brian and Jacqueline deserve one another, they are a perfect fit, a lovely love. And this marriage was purely inevitable. They are the embodiment of true romance, which when matured becomes true love. They're the example of love that in its lightheartedness dissolves the notion of love as hard work. They're the promise of possibility, the expectation of joyful surprise. It lifts our spirits to be in the presence of such a love, to bask in the sweet energies of two people who so obviously adore one another, who have chosen to live together, love together, learn and grow together, walk together for a lifetime. So join me when I say hooray. 1, 2, 3, hooray! We are here to celebrate, to honor, to laugh, to dance, and be glad because the inevitable has happened. Love is alive and well in the land. Jacqueline and Brian are here to prove it, and we are here to celebrate with them. For them, of course, today is absolutely wonderful, a magical day worthy of music and dancing and feasting and fun. And today's a celebration for the rest of us, for it is such a pleasure for us to see love in bloom and participate in the wedding of two people who are so wonderful together. Having been set up by a friend, they were happily surprised at how easy it was to talk to each other, to identify their shared values of trust, honesty, communication, and commitment, to see how similar their goals actually were. Everything seemed so right and fit together so effortlessly. Within the first few weeks of dating, they became inseparable, like they had been waiting their entire lives for the other to come along. In one another, they found the person who made them feel the most important, the most loved and cherished, and part of something so very special and unique. And since that first moment of recognition, their two richly diverse stories have become one story, and they have developed a love one could only wish for. Through all of life's successes and celebrations, through trials and tribulations, Brian and Jacqueline have supported each other's dreams and goals. And they have discovered that their love is strong enough to see them through anything that comes their way. They truly cherish the time they get to spend together and with you awesome group of family and friends. And they are so excited that this long-planned day is finally here. Jacqueline and Brian complement each other and balance each other. They delight, admire, and inspire one another. They are already a family, along with the most cherished little hound, Toby. And someday in the not-too-distant future, they plan to add human children to the family as well. But for now, Toby is the fur child, and we want to share with you a reading that talks about just how much we have to learn from our pups. And so I'd like to invite the father of the groom, Dr. Paul Swenson, to share a reading with us at this time. Yes.
I'll sum this up in the end, but I'll go by the reading. All I need to know about life I learned from my dog. Never pass up the opportunity to go for a joyride together. Allow the experience of fresh air and the wind in your face to be pure ecstasy. When loved ones come home, always run to greet them. When you want treats, practice obedience. Let others know when they've invaded your territory. Take naps together and stretch before rising. Run, romp, and play daily. Be loyal. If what you want lies buried, dig until you find it. When someone is having a bad day, be silent, sit close by, and nuzzle them gently. Thrive on the attention and let people touch you. Avoid biting when a simple growl will do. When you're happy, dance around and wag your entire body. No matter how often you're scolded, don't buy into the guilt. The guilt thing and pout. Run right back and make friends. Delight in the simple joy of a long walk together. Love each other unconditionally. Some wag more, bark less. Right?
Thank you. Jacqueline and Brian, for those of us blessed by a true partnership, we feel safe in the presence of our loved one. There's no need to hide any part of ourselves for fear of being judged or rejected. We can just be together from moment to moment, believing that those moments will thread together into eternity. There is a gentleness to the presence of love that softens life's rough edges. It makes us somehow braver to go into the world knowing that the shelter of someone's love awaits us at the end of the day. We are most vulnerable when we love. We place our trust in the other to honor us and care for us, to treasure us and receive our love. We trust that the other will provide a safe haven in which we can experience and share the fullness of our being with one another. And in doing so, we trust that our lives will be far richer than had we chosen separate journeys through the world. We trust that our love will fill us and make us wiser, more beautiful beings. We find that our union graces our lives with balance, a sweetness beyond any we had ever tasted, a treasure beyond any measure of value that we have ever known. And so I offer you this advice from an Apache wedding reading. Treat yourselves and others with respect, and remind yourselves often of what brought you together. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your connection deserves. When frustration, difficulties, and fear assail your relationship as they threaten all relationships at one time or another, remember to focus on what is right between you, not just the part that seems wrong. In this way, you can ride out the storms when clouds hide the face of the sun in your life, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there. And if each of you takes responsibility for the quality of your life together, It will be marked by abundance and delight. I'd like to invite the mother of the bride and the mother of the groom to join us now. And come on up and stand next to your child. And so, why don't you come on this side, moms? Come on this side so that the guests can see you too. Okay, alrighty. Friends, Jacqueline and Brian have come to this marriage altar today with their gift to one another of this beautiful jade plant. In Asian culture, the jade plant is symbolic of prosperity and happiness. This plant has been rooted from a cutting from Jacqueline's grandmother and today has been transplanted into this new pot that the couple picked out together that will forever remind them of this, their wedding day. Today, they will add some soil taken from each of their parents' homes, and they will give their little plant a drink of cool Lake George water. So if you would pass the sand to your child and let them pour it. When they go home together, she'll be placed in a spot where she can enjoy the sunshine. If, as plants tend to do, she outgrows this pot, she can be transplanted to a bigger pot. And at that time, the couple can start a new plant in their wedding pot. This can become a ritual of growth and renewal and can be undertaken on future wedding anniversaries with the memory of today. Wonderful. Moms, you can be seated. And Nathan, would you please join us now? We can come back together. No, come. Come here. Okay. And so let us bless these rings that Brian and Jacqueline are about to exchange. Bless these precious circles of platinum, symbol of the sun and the earth and the universe, of wholeness and perfection and the everlasting endurance of love. May these rings forever remind them of their covenant with one another as well as the circle of love they have publicly created here today. May their compassion and kindness for one another always be like these rings, with no beginning and no end. May the precious metal remind them of their precious commitment, and if either begins to tarnish, may they joyfully undertake the sacred duty to make it shine brightly again. May the relationship always be like these rings, separate but close, simple but beautiful. May these rings always belong to their hands and their love always belong in each other's hearts. And now, do you want to pass the truck over? Bring the microphone over for you. And now Nathan will share a blessing of the hands.
Still on? Good. These are the hands. These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you. They're holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief temporarily comes to you. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children, the hands that will join your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it, support and encouragement to pursue your dreams, and comfort through difficult times. lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch.
Thank you, Nathan. And now, look into the eyes of your beloved. Jacqueline and Brian, do you pledge to each other to be loving friends and partners in marriage and to share hopes, thoughts, and dreams as you build your life together? To talk and to listen, to trust and appreciate one another, to respect and cherish each other's uniqueness, and to support, comfort, and strengthen each other through all life's joys and sorrows? If so, please answer, we do. And now, Jacqueline, please place that ring on Brian's hand. And Brian, please place this ring on Jacqueline's hand. And join your hands again, this time right to right and left to left. By holding your hands this way, you create the symbol of infinity, the infinite of your delight in the mystery of love and devotion. And so as you look into the eyes of your beloved, listen to what I'm about to say. Within this blessed union of souls where two hearts intertwine to become one, there lies a promise. Perfectly born, divinely created, and intimately shared, it is a place where the hope and majesty of beginnings reside, where all things are made possible by the astounding love shared by two spirits. As you step into the future in this sacred promise, may your unconditional love and devotion take you to places where you've both only dreamed, where you will dwell for a lifetime of happiness, sheltered in the warmth of each other's arms. Jacqueline and Brian, you have said the words and performed the rituals that formally unite you as husband and wife. You've given each other rings as a symbol of your promises to one another. And so with a sense of incomparable joy that you have found a sanctuary for your heart and that you have married your one and only true love, I pronounce that you are husband and wife, sacred partners in this journey of life. You may seal this magnificent covenant with a kiss. Congratulations.
For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me.
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Settle down, it'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons, they fill you with fear. The trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Know you're not alone.
got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, 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 come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it.
Good evening, all. And for those of you who have not had the privilege of meeting, my name is Dave Banger. And I am so excited to say that I am the father of the bride. Jane and I would like to thank all of our family who've traveled from all points, our friends and colleagues of Jacqueline and Brian to join us in this great occasion on Lake George, beautiful Lake George as a backdrop. This is one of those things that I should be preparing for years, but I have a hard time.
Keep going!
I have a hard time with it, I'm sorry.
Teleprompter.
Don't drink it all, please. I may need some encouragement. It's so appropriate that we're here on Lake George. Thank you. Thank you. Lake George has such a special place in the hearts and memories of anyone that has visited it. Jacqueline has spent so many years camping, hiking, and boating on Lake George. Water skiing, tubing, right. Jane, I'm being prompted by my wife here. And in fact, about a year ago, a little over a year ago, this whole wedding experience was initiated with a boat ride on Lake George. 3/4 of the way through the ride, we were with family and friends, and Brian joined me at the helm to help steer my way through the multiple islands. And after several attempts, he finally said, "Dave, this is going to be the talk." Correct? Correct. There were a couple false starts, but it finally ended with a final go. And he went on to say that after a 1 or 2 hour phone call with my daughter and initial meetings, that he knew that he had met his soulmate. Person he loved, person he wanted to spend the rest of his life with, and he wanted to ask for her hand in marriage. And I had the honor of saying yes to a great man. And the rest is history. It started from that point. So that same hand that he asked for in marriage is the same hand of a little girl that I held for so many years. As a little girl walking across streets, busy streets, securing her hand, holding her hand, And it was equally as comforting for me to hold her hand, because it was immeasurable for that feeling. I'm so honored to have you now, fantastic man who will love and honor and treat her with compassion, to hold her hand from this point forward. This is a challenge, yeah. So we'd like to welcome Brian to our family, your parents, Paul and Mary Ann, into our extended family. Love to have you with our family. And to all, like to have you raise your glass. Right on cue, thank you. I ask that you join me in congratulating this beautiful couple. I'm so glad that your dreams have come true, and I know your life will be full of love and happiness from this point forward. Cheers, everyone.
When you have a moment, say yeah. So Professor, hit me up, guys.
All I want is nothing more, to hear you knocking at my door. 'Cause if I could see your face once more, I could die a happy man, I'm sure. When you said
Jack looks beautiful tonight, doesn't she? Brian cleans up pretty well too, I guess. I met Jack on move-in day my freshman year at UConn. Her dorm room was the one next to mine. She asked if I wanted to join her and some of the others from our dorm to have a carriage house that night, my first college party. And she was my very first friend, that I really true friend that I made at UConn, and we've been friends ever since. So many football tailgates and episodes of Grey's Anatomy later, we got through undergrad and made it into physical therapy school together. She was the best friend to have in PT school, always organized and always reminded me of upcoming due dates and quizzes, which was great. Otherwise, Dr. Buckingham and Integra would have turned me some less desirable grades. But that's one of the qualities we all love about her genuine desire to help others. She also has a unique ability to make everyone feel included, valued, and loved, and to also bring out our adventurous side. We've explored New Orleans and Austin, Texas, and Miami together, to name a few. And she's always getting us to try new things like rejuvenating face masks and homemade protein bars and even snowshoeing and water skiing, which did not work out so well for me.
I do. Good try though.
Yes. She's adventurous, being a world traveler, and not to mention a certified skydiver. Fun fact there. So Brian, I hope you can keep up with her. But I think you're the perfect match for her, though. You're up for long hikes through the mountains, but also relaxing days on this beautiful lake together. You're also apparently up for one of Jack's favorite hobbies of cooking, since I hear you have the most extensive collection of small kitchen appliances east of Mississippi. Has anybody else here had to run out of the kitchen like these two have in tears because the air was saturated from cooking super hot chili peppers? Now that's something to bond over. But Brian, when I first heard about you, I knew something good was on the horizon. Jack was calm and relaxed and so happy and completely at ease telling us about your dates. And as time went on, it became pretty clear that it was fate for you to spend your lives together. One thing though, we're gonna have to forgive you for being a Syracuse grad and convert you to an honorary UConn professor. In time for our football season. I wish you two all the love and happiness in the world. Here's to many, many years of fun and adventures together. Cheers.
Thank you to Dave and Jane for the most amazing wedding ever. This is unbelievable. Thank you so much. So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Chris. I'm from Milwaukee, and I'm Brian's cousin. I've known Brian since he was a fetus. Yeah, he had those cute little limbs and a big bulbous head. We were hoping that he would grow out of the bulbous head. These are the things that I know about Brian. Brian he is a kind and he is a gentle soul, right? He is an intellectual. This guy will analyze things to the microscopic degree, all right? I dare you to ask him something about organic chemistry, right? You will be so far into that conversation, and before you know it, you never know how you got there. So it goes without saying that, when Brian got into this relationship with Jacqueline, he analyzed it, and calculated it, and analyzed it. But you know what? When he called me and he said, "Chris, I found the one. I'm getting married," and he started talking about Jacqueline, there was no doubt in his mind. He was so comfortable and so confident in that statement that it went way beyond the calculations that he normally does. This was coming from his heart. He really loved Jacqueline. And the thing that I've learned about Jacqueline over the 2 months, I'm starting to see why. She is an intelligent and independent and strong person. And it is an understatement to say that she is caring and supportive. And so I've been joking that within the past year I've lost 2 cousins to marriages. but the reality is the party has just gotten bigger and better. So I want to leave you with sort of a confession and a wish. So my house is a disaster. Stick with me on this one. I've got 3 young kids who are really more. My wife is cringing right now. She's horrified right now. We've got 3 little tornadoes that run our house, okay? And their primary goal is to take things from where they belong to where they don't belong. And so we have cushions not on couches or chairs. We have cushions on the floor. We don't have folded sheets or folded blankets. You know why? Because cushions and blankets are forts. We have stains on our floor. Kids cringing. There's a point to this. We have stains on our carpet, on our furniture. We have stains 12 feet up on our walls. You know why that is? And why that is? Because those creepy crawler things that you throw at the wall and you're supposed to crawl down, they don't always crawl down. Sometimes they stay there for 5 months at a time. And then they're the same. But you know what? In all that mayhem is an incredible amount of love and life and laughing and dancing and singing. And so I guess what I'm saying to you, the point of this whole thing is that I wish you guys a lot of stains. That can't be right. No. I wish you all the wonderful things that go along with that craziness. I wish you love, life, laughing, dancing, and singing. Here's to you guys.
Goodbye. I lay in tears in bed all night, alone without you by my side. But if you loved me, why'd you leave me? Take my body, take my body. All I want is, and all I need is to find somebody. I'll find somebody like you.
All right, join us on the dance floor, y'all. Bride and groom are cutting that cake. Check it out. Let's give them a big round of applause, y'all. So get your cameras out. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Everyone sing along. Well, I guess you say what can make me feel this way. My girl, my girl, my girl. Talking about my girl, my girl. I've got so much time. Big round of applause for Brian Howard, his wonderful mother. There was a young cowboy who lived on a range. His horses and cattle were his only companions. He worked in the saddle and he sleeps in the canyon, waiting for summer, his pasture to change. All right, y'all, how y'all feeling out there? Y'all good?
See, you brought out the best of me, a part of me I've never
go on, not in this way. shoot 'em up now. One more, y'all. I said, shotgun. Shoot 'em up and run 'em. Shoot 'em up, baby. Shoot 'em up now. Yo. Give it up for your groom, y'all. Yo, my man. Yo, I gotta tell you the quick story. I gotta tell you the story. Yeah.